But Deandre Ayton is joining us now, the newest
is.
Laker, fresh off his press conference there.
Nice.
Deandre, thank you for joining us and welcome to town. Let me start with this. This process, from the moment you went from moving on from Portland to joining the Lakers, what was that process like, and how did you end up deciding on the Lakers?
It was really calming. Once the clock was up and that I was a free agent, we embraced all the teams that were interested, and I honestly felt that the Lakers was the best fit.
Why's that?
Team that's ready to win a championship and have the best two playmakers in the world. And I know how I am, the type of player I am, when I have those type of players, caliber players around me, and how I thrive and the type of wins and the contribution they'll get out of me.
Nice. Hey, Deandre, have you spoken to LeBron? Have you spoken to Luka?
Not really yet, but I've definitely got a text from Luka. I know how the off season go. This is not my first rodeo. People are probably busy and training and having times with their families, but I'm just waiting. I'm just really just trying to integrate myself with the team and get to know everybody.
How do you envision, you mentioned the excitement you have to playing with those guys, but how do you envision this working with you guys on both ends of the floor, for that matter?
Really just being a student of the game and just listening really, and just, I watch a lot of film on them just playing against them, and I got to feel out the things they favor, what's their bread and butter, but, it's different when you're on their team, and I just really want to just contribute and fit in as much as I can on the things they want me to do.
Now, I know you and Doncic obviously have the tie of being in the same draft. You went 1, he went 3, and then ended up getting traded or whatnot, but you guys also have history in the playoffs against each other that didn't end so great for your particular team in one particular Game 7. But so what is it like now after being, I don't want to say rivals, it's not probably the proper word, but being competitors and now being on the same team, considering that history that you guys have against each other on the floor and from the draft?
It's truly, I'm speechless, to be honest. And, knowing that Luka is a one-time generational player, I know what type of player I am, and I just know the type of things we can do on the floor together. It'd be astonishing to see. It felt like a video game, build us up together, putting us two on the same team, and, just trying my best to really think about this pick and roll, how things are going to go with this two-man.
Deandre, first of all, I want to compliment you on your suit today. I love black on black.
Yeah, we can see it.
Yeah, I love black on black.
That.
And then throw the black tie on top of the black jacket and a black shirt. That's a very good look. I like black on black myself because then I don't have to think about anything. Everything automatically matches. What's your philosophy when it comes to the black on black?
Me, I'm an all black type of guy. I like to stay neutral. I'm a high spirit animal, and me, I just like to, just be a neutral guy when I'm walking in the room. I'm already tall as hell. I'm ready, a goofball at the end of the day, but I like to keep it neutral and, just adapt to the day more than just plan the day.
I got you, man. Okay, so here's the thing. I was telling George this yesterday, that when you were playing for Phoenix, I remember all the hype around you, especially that Phoenix team that went to the finals. And if I'm being really honest, like in Portland, I just didn't get to see you play very much at all. So I guess my question really comes down to, how do we get the Deandre Ayton of that championship caliber run in Phoenix? How does that guy become this guy for the Lakers this year?
You answered your question already. I'm already here.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you one question.
No excuses.
Right. Well, let me ask you one question about just, some of that, some of the people that have covered you, I guess former teammates and coaches and whatnot have talked to media about, the talent is undeniable, but the willingness at times. There's always this caveat of, well, if he's willing to do this. How do you answer those types of critics?
Willing, I have no answer for those. When it comes to willing, I'm willing to do anything for a team. I'm willing to do as much things, but it's the goal that I control. What I control. It's the goal about winning that really slowed me down on where I'm at and why you guys haven't seen the dude that left in the finals. I go transition and, the route was different places and it wasn't winning. It was development, and that's why I'm here to win. I think I'm about to turn 27. You know.
Fair enough.
And I
Now,
just think it's time for me to be back in the talks of just winning before this thing gets hung up anytime soon.
yeah, no, I hear you. And this is one of those moments now where, right, you're in a different situation, after a buyout with Portland. Let me ask you this one last thing before we let you go, because we're getting the wrap signal from the team. Are you familiar with the Bahamian legend, former Laker, two-time champion Michael Thompson? Yeah,
Hey, all
who's
right,
calling
finished
your
it.
games?
That is the grandfather of the whole thing. That's why we have hopes of being in the NBA, and the reason the ball bounces on that island. That man right there, he opened the gates for sure.
Dude, one last thing. When you were about 15 years old, I met you down in San Diego. Some guy called me. He goes, you got to come see this kid play basketball. I showed up at a practice, and you were practicing. I don't remember exactly what happened, though. Like, I met you. You were an angel. You were super polite. And then I was like, I wanted to watch this kid play high school basketball. And didn't you wind up transferring to Phoenix and playing high school ball there?
Yes, sir. Played at Hillcrest. Dang, you was there from I was 15 in San Diego. Yeah, that's correct.
Well, Deandre, man, thank you so much for taking the time. Welcome to town, and best of luck this season. We'll see you down the road.
Nice suit.
Really appreciate you guys for having me.
Yes, sir.
All right.
There he is, Deandre.
So, do you know who he played high school basketball with on the same high school basketball team?
Who?